Hi there. Gooperan here. I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't get chickens. Number one, it's not worth the money. You're going to spend a ton of money and time making your coop, trying to make it perfect, and they're going to poop everywhere. Everywhere. Poop's going to be everywhere. And they're super dusty. If you keep the babies in your house, it's going to get dust all over whatever room they're in. It's not just them, it's like the bedding and stuff. Then the feed. You're going to spend more money on food a month than you would for them than you would buying yourself eggs. Eggs that are already clean. Because these eggs, yes, you can keep them on the counter, but you have to wash them before you use them. Number three, sometimes your chickens might get sick or injured, or a predator comes and your chicken's kind of alive and kind of near the other aspect of the spectrum of aliveness, and you have to make decisions. Some tough decisions, or have to figure out how to care for them, which again is more money. Also, you have to, again, spend money on keeping predators away. So if you want to just free range them, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to want to eat your chickens. Again, that's more money and time. And fourth, or are we on fifth? I don't know. Another reason. You're not going to get enough eggs to feed your whole family. If you live in town, chances are you can only have 4, 5, maybe 6 chickens. And after the 10 months you wait from them to be baby chicks to adult chicks to start laying eggs, usually that means it's about winter time from when you got them, and they're not going to lay in the winter, or they might lay just much less than they would in the summer. So if you live somewhere like I do, where it's winter most of the time, or at least 40 degrees or below on average for like 9 months of the year, that's only 3 months a year where there's lots of light and warmth that your chickens are going to lay eggs. So back to city limits. Make sure you know the ordinances, if you can have them or not. Lots of cities have different ordinances, especially about roosters. You can't have roosters in cities. So you got to figure out what to do if you get one of those straight run mixes from your local store that has all those cute little baby chicks around, and decide what you're going to do with your roosters if you end up with 4 out of 5 chickens being roosters. And back to laying eggs. If you have 4 chickens, and in those 3 warm months where they're going to be at maximum productivity, that's maybe, if you're lucky, 4 eggs a day. And if you have 2 people in your family, you might be set for eggs for those 3 months a day, or 3 months out of the year to have enough eggs. But otherwise, if you have children, or you think you're going to bake with them also, you're still going to have to buy eggs. I've been hearing that there's issues just within our country and communities of people having too many chickens and creating too much chicken poop, and it's a problem. So yes, I gotta think about that, the chicken poop, what you're gonna do with it, because yeah, you gotta shovel it out and you gotta put it somewhere, and yeah, you can use it in gardens, but chances are you're gonna have more poop than you have gardens, or at least with the bedding you're gonna have quite a pile. So yeah, those are reasons to not get chickens. I love my chickens, not saying I regret it. I like to pretend I'm a farmer. This is not nearly farm work at all. But you do have to feed and water them all the time. They have to have good food and good water, as in clean water. I clean out their water at least once a week. During warm weather, I clean it every time I give them new water, which is like every 2 days, every 3 days. You have to open and close their coop to let them in at night, keep the predators out, and then you got to open it in the morning to let them out. or you can buy an automatic chicken door, which costs about $100 and lasts 2 to 3 years. You also have to change the batteries on those. And you also still have to keep giving them food and water all winter. So if it's cold out and you don't like the cold, don't get chickens. If you don't like the rain, or going out in the rain, or wearing rain gear and rain boots, or snow boots and snow gear, don't get chickens. If you happen to live somewhere that's warm all the time, I guess good for you. You might have to do more mitigation about diseases and pests. These chickens can get sick, like I said, so you got to spend more money. So, bottom line, is it worth it for the eggs? No, it's not. Maybe if you're like a whole factory and you really got your process down and you make money doing it, but otherwise, if you have like the average human's amount of chickens that you can have, if you're not like a full-fledged farm, it's not worth it as far as the money goes. If you like to just waste money or spend money on having pets, that's a different story. But unless you're really a whole factory making them and selling them to stores, and even then it's tough to make a living as a farmer, which again, I'm not a farmer, I'm just a pretend farmer. I get to sleep in and I don't depend on these chickens for food. I'm only getting 1 egg every other day from my 20 chickens that I have, and this one's a rooster. He was supposed to not be a rooster, but he's really cute, so that's why I like having chickens. Chicken. Okay. Happy chicken keeping.